We have discussed about the three-phase AC circuits, their merits, as well as the three-phase EMF generation. We have discussed about that the three phases should be interconnected to get advantages. And there are two types of interconnection. One is called the star connected system, another is called the delta connected system. So let's discuss about the three-phase star connected system. The star-connected system is basically obtained by joining together the similar ends, and the other ends are joined to the external circuit. Here, there is a common point at which the similar ends are connected, and this point is called the neutral point, or it can be also called as the star point or star-connected point. So let's see this figure. Here, three coils, that is A, B, and C. One is the starting point, or we can say it is the A1, it is B1, and it is C1. And similarly here it can be written as A2, B2, and C2. So the star connected system will be obtained when we join the similar terminals together. Here we have joined the end terminals of the three coils, that is A2, B2, and C2. So if we draw this figure separately, the star connected system will be look like this form, where A1 and A2 here it is B1 and B2, and here it is C2 and C1. So the A2, B2 and C2 joined together, and this point is considered as a neutral terminal or the neutral point. If the system is balanced, then the potential of this point is equal to 0. On the other hand, the other terminals of the coil, that is A1, B1 and C1, these points are connected, these terminals are connected to the external load. Here sometimes we can use a neutral terminal also for the connection to the load. So in three-phase system, three-phase star-connected system, where only three wires are carried the external circuit, giving a three-phase, three-wire system. That means if the neutral terminals are not used, then in that case it will be considered as a three-phase, three-wire system, because the power will be supplied by these three connections or by three terminals. Or sometimes the neutral terminal is also used, and then it will be considered as a three-phase, four-wire system. Here, before we proceed further, we have to know some terminals, that is the terminologies, that is called the phase value and the line values. Remember one thing, the parameters related to a single coil is considered as a phase value. That means the EMF which is induced in a single coil, for example A1, A2 coil, it will be considered as a phase voltage. The current flowing through a coil will be considered as the phase currents. Impedance, resistance, inductance, capacitance, reactance, everything will be considered as a phase value if it is related to a single coil. Whereas the line values are considered as the external terminal parameters. That means if the current is flowing through this terminal, then it will be considered as the line currents. And similarly, the voltage across any two external terminal, let's say the potential difference across A and B, it will be considered as a line voltage. So here it will be line current and here it will be line voltage. Whereas the voltage across a coil will be considered as a phase voltage. And similarly, the current flowing through a coil will be considered as a phase currents. We can say it that phase value in other term also, the voltage between a phase line and the neutral line, it is also considered as a phase value or the phase voltage. So let's see the connection diagram of the star connection. That is, the three coils are connected in such a way that here we have used the terminologies, that is the R, Y and B. Remember one thing, the three terminals can be represented as A, B, C, or it can be considered as R, Y, B. In general, R, Y, B is considered, it is represented as the three fundamental colors, that is the red, yellow and blue. And the three phases are named according to the value of R, Y and B. So here it is the R coil, this is a coil of R, this is coil of Y and this is the coil of B. So the voltage induced in R coil is represented as ER. Similarly, the voltage across the coil B is EB and here it is EY. So as we have already discussed, the potential difference or the voltage induced in a coil is considered as a phase voltage. So let's say ER should be equal to Y should be equal to EB and it is considered as a phase voltage or the phase EMF, that is EF. This is for a balanced system. If the system is balanced, then the three phase voltages will be same. Here the direction of the EMF is taken as from the start point outward. That means we have considered this is the positive terminal at any instant and this is the negative terminal. There it is a negative terminal at a particular instant. Now the voltage between external any two terminals is considered as the line values or the line voltage. So the value of ERY, so we can write the ERY is equal to EYB and is equal to EBR, and this is considered as a line voltage EL, and again it is for the balanced system. If the phase voltages are equal, then the line voltages will also be equal in magnitude. But remember one thing, there will be a phase difference between the phase voltages as well as between the line voltages. That we will discuss later. As we have already mentioned, here the three phases are numbered as R, Y, B. It indicates the three natural colors, that is the red, yellow and blue respectively. And it should be remembered that there will be only two possible phase sequence, that is it may be either RYB or it may be RBY. Generally RYB is considered as a positive phase sequence and RBY is considered as a negative phase sequence. So here is the phasor diagram of the three phase voltages. As we have already discussed, it is a balanced system, therefore the EMF induced in each coil will be same in magnitude. But there will be 120-degree phase difference between each values. We have considered ER is the reference voltage, so ER is drawn in the positive x-axis. Y phase is 120-degree lagging the R phase, so Y phase is drawn here. So this is the Y phase, this is the R phase. And again the B phase is lagging 120-degree from the Y phase. So here it is a B phase. And B phase can also be considered as it is leading the ER by 120-degree or it is lagging the ER by 240-degree. Now the EMF induced in three phases are shown by this phasor. In the star connection there are two windings between each pair of the outer, and due to joining of the similar ends together, the EMF induced them are in opposition. So the potential difference between two outers, known as the line voltage, is the phase difference of the phase EMF of two phases concerned. For example, the potential difference between the outer R and Y, or the line voltage ERY, it is the phasor difference of the phase EMF ER and EY, or it is the phase summation of the phase EMF ER and negative EY. We'll discuss it in detail. So this is the R phase, this is outer R, and this is the outer Y. And we have to calculate the potential difference between R and Y. This is considered as a ERY. So if we start from the R phase, we go up to this point, let's say point A, it is point B and point C. So from A, we are going to the neutral terminal. And when we are going to the neutral terminal, we are going from negative to positive side. So here the value will be taken as the positive ER. And now from neutral to the B point, because we have to calculate the potential difference between R and Y. So from neutral to B point, we are going from positive side to the negative side. It will be considered as minus EY. And then we reach at the terminal Y. So we are starting from R and we end at the terminal Y. So it will give us the potential difference between R and Y, and this is the line voltage, that is ERY. But remember one thing here, the magnitude of the ER and EY is same. So if we are to calculate using magnitude, the value will be 0. But we also remember that there is a phase difference, that is the phase difference between ER and EY is 120 degree. So we cannot subtract the one value from other. So basically it can be considered as ER plus minus EY. That means we have to add the positive phase sequence of the R phase with the negative phase sequence of the Y phase. Now see in the phasor diagram. Here this is a positive direction of the R phase and this is the positive direction of the Y phase. So definitely the negative direction or the reverse direction of the Y phase will be here. So this is minus EY. And now we have to join ER with minus EY. So if we join these two values using parallelogram, then this will be the phase of the, this will be the value of the ERY. And here the angle between these two values is 60 degree. So you can also calculate the line voltage in terms of the phase voltage. So let's see. So as we have discussed, the ERY should be equal to ER minus EY, or it can be written as ER plus minus EY. So from the phasor diagram we have seen that this is ER, this is EY, here it is the minus EY, and we have to add these two voltages, we will get the value of ERY. So ERY can be written as square root of ER square plus EY square plus 2ER into EY into cos 60 degree. Because from the phasor diagram we can see that the phase angle between ER and minus EY is 60 degree. That's why we can use this formula to calculate the value. As we have already considered, ER is equal to EY is equal to EB, and that is the phase voltage that we have already considered. ER is equal to EY is equal to EB, and it is considered as a phase value. And similarly, ERY is equal to YB, EYB is equal to EBR, and it is considered as a line value. So here we can write E phase square plus E phase square plus 2 into E phase into E phase into cos 60 degree, that is 1 by 2, and EY is as EL, that is the line value. So here we will get square root of 3 of E phase square, because 2 and 2 will be cancelled, so it will be E phase square plus E phase square and plus E phase square. So finally we'll get the value of line voltage is root 3 times of the phase voltage. So this is the relation of the line value and the phase value of a star connected system. We can also use the notation as V. So VL will be equal to root 3 times of the V phase. So for a star connected system, the line voltage is root 3 times of the phase voltage, or the line EMF is root 3 times of the phase EMF. In this figure, again you can see that ERY is the line voltage, ER is the phase voltage, EY is the phase voltage. So the line voltage is root 3 times of the phase voltage. Similarly, if we want to calculate the voltage between Y and B, we will get in the same manner. It will be EY plus minus EB, and again it will be the line voltage will be root 3 times of the phase voltage. And similarly, EBR is again EB plus minus ER, and it will be the same expression, that is the line voltage will be root 3 times of the phase voltage. So for a balanced and symmetrical system, this is the expression of the line value and the phase value. Next is the current. As we can see that we have already considered is as a positive terminal, let's say, and this is a negative terminal of the coils, that is the induced EMF of the coil. So definitely the current will flow from positive to negative terminal, and when the current is flowing through a coil, it is considered as, let's say, IR. So here it will be IY, and here it will be IB. And we have already discussed that the parameters related to a coil is considered as a phase value. So the value of IR will be equal to IY, will be equal to IB, and it will be the phase current. For a balanced system, the magnitude will be same. Remember, this is the RMS values. And the current which is flowing to the external circuit, this is considered as the line current, that is IR, IY, and IB. Here you can see that the current which is flowing through a coil, the same current will flow through the external path. As IR is starting from the neutral, it is going upward, let's say at terminal A, and now from terminal A it will go to the external circuit. And similarly, the IY starting from neutral, it will come up to the B point and then in the Y terminal, and similarly for the B. So therefore, in a star connected system, the line current should be equal to the phase current. In a star connected system, the current which is flowing through a coil, the same current will flow through the external circuit. The current which is flowing through a phase, the same current will flow through the external line terminals. So the line current is equal to phase current. So here we have to remember two points. First is the voltage. The line voltage is root 3 times of the phase voltage, and the line current is equal to phase current. Now the power in three-phase star connected systems. So this is the connection diagram and this is the phasor diagram that we have already discussed. Here the three phases are R phase, Y phase and B phase. ER, EY, EB are the phase voltages. ERY, EYB and EBR are the line voltages. Similarly, the current will be in the R phase, the current will be IR. In the B phase, the current will be IB, and here it will be IY. These are the phase currents as well as the line currents, because in case of star connection, the phase currents and line currents are same. So here it is a phasor diagram. So ER is a reference value in the phasor diagram along the x-axis. Y phase voltage lag the R phase voltage by 120 degree, and similarly the B phase voltage lag the Y phase voltage by another 120 degree. Or we can say the B phase voltage is leading the R phase voltage by 120 degree, and corresponding line voltages are also shown here. So if we want to write the instantaneous voltage expressions of the phase voltages, then the R phase voltage can be written as E max sin omega t, where we know that the maximum value is root 2 times of the RMS value, that we have already know. The maximum value is equal to root 2 times of the RMS value. So here the RMS value of the phase voltage is nothing but the E phase, that is the phase voltage. Similarly, the expression of the Y phase voltage is E max sin omega t minus 120 degree, because Y phase voltage is lagging by 120 degree from the reference line, and corresponding phase value is root 2 E phase sin omega t minus 120 degree. And similarly for the B phase values. Similarly, if we want to see the current expressions, let's say as we have seen that the coils here, and the nature of the coil is resistive inductive, that we have already discussed earlier. So for a resistive inductive circuit, current always lag the voltage. So if we consider it as the R phase voltage, then for a resistive inductive circuit, the R phase current will lag the voltage by a angle of phi. That's why here I have written as IR is equal to I max and omega t minus phi, because R phase current will lag the R phase voltage by a angle of phi, where phi is tan inverse XL upon R, and for a given circuit the phi is constant. So the value here can be represented as the phase current, so it will be root 2 times I phase sin omega t minus phi. Remember one thing here, the phase current is nothing but the RMS current. Here also the phase voltage is nothing but the RMS voltage. And similarly for the Y phase current, the Y phase is lagging the R phase by 120 degrees. So this is the Y phase voltage, and the current is lagging the Y phase voltage by angle of phi, because for a balanced system each current will lag the corresponding phase voltage by the same angle. So it is phi, this will also be phi, and so on. Therefore, the IY current can be written as sine omega t minus phi minus 120 degree, because from the reference line, the position of the I phase current is 120 degree minus phi. So that's it is 120 degree minus phi. And similarly here it is the RMS value of the Y phase current, that is the I phase. And again for the B phase. The B phase is lagging the R phase by 240 degree. B phase voltage is lagging the R phase voltage by 240 degree, and B phase current is lagging the B phase voltage by an angle of phi. Therefore, the position of the B phase current will be omega t minus phi minus 240 degree with respect to the reference line. So, the expression of the instantaneous power is the product of instantaneous voltage and instantaneous current of each phase and their summation. It will give us the total instantaneous power of a three-phase star-connected system. Now put the values of R phase, Y phase, and B phase voltages and currents expression. So it will be here. So this is the R phase voltage root 2 E phase sin omega t that we have written here. Similarly, the R phase current root 2 I phase sin omega t minus phi, and so on. This is for the Y phase and this is for the B phase. The next step, take E phase and I phase as a common. So it will be root 2 into root 2. That will be 2 sin omega t into sin omega t minus phi. So 2 sin omega t minus phi. Similarly here it will be root 2 into root 2, that is 2 sin omega t minus 120 degree into sin omega t minus phi minus 120 degree. So here it is. And similarly in the third value it will be 2 sin omega t minus 240 degree into sin omega t minus phi minus 240 degree. So in the next step, as we have seen that it is 2 sin A sin B. So corresponding equation is cos A minus B minus cos A plus B. So we will get cos phi minus cos 2 omega t minus phi. Similarly for the second case, we will get cos phi minus cos 2 omega t minus phi minus 240 degree, and here it is cos phi minus cos 2 omega t minus phi minus 480 degree. Now here we can see that the cos phi value is a constant because phi is constant for a particular circuit. Therefore, the cos phi will be a constant value. All the cos phi value will be constant. But here the cos 2 omega t minus phi, it depends upon time. So over a complete cycle, the average power of this value will be equal to 0 because it depends upon time. Similarly, for this parameter, over a complete cycle, the average power will be 0, and here it will also be equal to 0. So ultimately, we have cos phi plus cos phi plus cos phi. So the average power will be 3 phase I phase cos phi. This is the total three phase power of a star connected system. So the active power of a star connected system is given by 3 E phase I phase cos phi, or we can write, as we have already seen, that the line voltage is root 3 times of the phase voltage. So and the line current is equal to the phase current. So instead of E phase we can write EL upon root 3. Instead of I phase we can write IL into cos phi. So the power can also be written as root 3 EL IL cos phi. Active power can also be represented as 3 I phase square into R phase. Because I square R is also the expression of the active power. In a single phase, the power is I phase square into R phase. So for a balanced condition over a star connected three phase system, the total power will be 3 times I phase square into R phase. So the active power can be represented by any of these formula. That is either 3 E phase I phase cos phi or root 3 ELIL cos phi or 3 I phase square into R phase. Here you must remember that all, although we can use 3 E phase I phase cos phi or root 3 ELIL cos phi, but in both the cases the phi is the angle between phase voltage and phase current. So here also we can use the line voltage and line current, but the phi is the angle between phase voltage and phase current. It is always true for a three-phase system. Similarly, the reactive power can be represented as 3 phase voltage, phase current into sine phi, or we can write root 3 line voltage into line current into sine phi. And similarly, the apparent power is equal to 3 phase voltage, phase current, or it can be written as root 3 line voltage and line current. So the units we have already discussed previously. The units of active power is watts, unit of the reactive power is volt ampere reactive, and for apparent power it is volt ampere. So now the summary for a star connected three phase system. The phase voltages as well as the line voltages are 120 degree apart from each other. Line voltages are 30 degree ahead of the respective phase voltage. Line voltages are root 3 times of the phase voltages that we have already seen. The line voltage should be root 3 of phase voltage. And the line currents are equal to the phase current, that is IL is equal to I phase. Angle between the line current and the corresponding line voltages are 30 plus phi for lagging currents and 30 minus phi for the leading currents. The active power of a star connected system is represented by 3 I phase, E phase, I phase cos phi or root 3 ELIL cos phi, where phi is the angle between respective phase voltage and phase currents. Similarly, the reactive power is 3 E phase I phase sin phi or root 3 ELIL sin phi. And the apparent power is 3 E phase I phase or root 3 ELIL. And in a balanced system, the potential of the neutral point is 0. Because if we add the potential of each phase, then we will get 0 at any instant if the system is balanced. So that's all. Thank you.